Hey, what's up guys, and welcome to Xbox On. Now, one of the things that I've loved most about the Xbox One X is games are constantly getting updated to be Xbox One X enhanced.
Yeah, so it's time to take a look at all the latest games that have got the enhanced treatment for the Xbox One X. Let's take a look.
Let's start with Forza Horizon 3, which is now officially an Xbox One X enhanced game. In fact, they're so proud of the enhancement, they've plastered it on the main menu. That means you can finally enjoy flouting traffic laws all across Australia in true 4K resolution. And if you listen closely, you can hear the sound of 1,000 kangaroos pegging it. For starters, you can expect improved shadow resolutions and car reflections, which you can see in your bonnet and in your vehicle's rear view mirror. Better texture detail on surfaces such as road and dirt trails, a boost to motion blur that's clear whenever you're flying through the air, and advanced anti-aliasing, which you can tell when you zoom into some of your car's more angular features. My favourite thing to look at in Forza Horizon 3 after the enhanced patch is the dynamic time-lapse skies. The combination of 4K and HDR makes it look extra special, whether starry night or sunny day. I'd probably write poetry about it if I didn't already have a job. And speaking of nature, there's a higher polygon models for trees and foliage, and they're more visible at a distance too, so there's less pop-in. But keep your eyes on the road because looking where you're going is key to driving. Where Forza Horizon 3 doesn't match Forza 7 is in outputting 4K resolution at 60 frames per second. Although you have to keep in mind, Horizon 3 is set in one giant area with cities and forests and outback, all without loading screens. With the 4K enhancements fully compatible with both the Blizzard Mountain and Hot Wheels expansions, this beautifully crisp racing game is the perfect showcase for what your Xbox One X can do.
Next up is Monster Hunter World, and Capcom have given its beast-slaying RPG the full treatment. Play it on Xbox One X and you'll see 3 graphic options. Option 1 is Performance Mode, and this makes the game run at a silky smooth frame rate and gives a better sense of fluid motion to all those giant beasts. It's not a perfect 60 frames per second, but it's certainly the slickest version of the game currently available. It makes it particularly fun watching this gross creature puke up its dinner as you punch it in the tummy. The second option is Graphics Mode, and this channels the Xbox One X power into producing visuals with more detail and fidelity. Environmental textures and shadows look better. Whatever fancy armor you're rocking looks better. And of course, all the textures on the monsters look better. It lowers the resolution to 1080p to focus on this improved level of detail, which makes it the best choice if you're playing it on a normal HD TV. Whether you're playing on Xbox One X or the Xbox One S, I also recommend trying out the high dynamic range lighting. On smaller details like the scout flies, it lends them a burning brightness. But in my opinion, the best option of the 3 is Resolution Mode, as it gives us the sharpest Monster Hunter game to date. It doesn't quite hit native 4K, but it's a big jump up from 1080p. That means it looks even better when you corner a lizard and begin playing the bongos on its belly. This is a game all about the tiny details, the drool from a wounded monster's gob or the scratches on their hide, so seeing it with real clarity makes this the best looking Monster Hunter game ever.
If you want the sensation of your face melting clean off your skull, the safest method is watching this Xbox One X enhanced footage of Dragon Ball FighterZ. It's an even more stunning looking game once you've downloaded its recent patch and enhanced it for the Xbox One X. And you can definitely see the leap when I dart around doing super powered strikes in my opponent's poor face, casually chucking explosions at them. Rich characters and vibrant backgrounds pop off the screen. It's not a native 4K image, but the anime's art's clean lines upscale so beautifully on an Ultra HD TV that it's very hard to tell the difference. It's to the game's credit that even when you're launching 1,000 punch flurries, everything stays clearly defined. Despite all the explosions, you can tell what's going on, and what's going on is me punching people through space and time. It's also worth mentioning that throughout this, Dragon Ball FighterZ is locked at a silky 60 frames per second, so every fight not only looks stunning, but moves fluidly too. Even on Xbox One, this is honestly one of the best looking fighters that I've ever seen in motion. But the Xbox One X just sharpens it to gleaming precision. This move, stunning. This guy's outfit, very, very stunning. My face is now officially off my skull and has pulled around my trainers.
From one kind of fighter to another, EA UFC 3 obviously shoots for a more realistic angle on combat, one that involves ordinary fists uppercutting ordinary chins. Xbox One X owners have the choice on how they want those fists and chins to look on their consoles. There's performance mode for a rock-solid 60 FPS, which makes every leg kick and haymaker look super smooth. This combo was so seamless, it was basically destiny. And there's the resolution mode, which tweaks the digital flesh to lifelike levels of realism. The octagon becomes a place of ultra-high definition face punching, with every skin ripple and blood splatter showcased in all too real detail. Anderson Silva's clearly happy about it. Playing knockout mode in resolution mode is probably my favourite new pastime, because KOing fools to Snoop Dogg's commentary is the best possible thing you can do on this earth.
Look at your health bar.
If you're more of a fighting connoisseur, rolling around on the floor and choking people looks better than ever, and you can really get up close and see the unimaginable pain on everyone's face. Oh, also you can scan your face into the game and fight people. On Xbox One X, mixed martial arts just got way more authentic.
Overwatch is already a brilliant looking game, and it looks even better thanks to Blizzard's latest patch, which rolls out full 4K support to the class-based shooter. If you play on Xbox One X, you'll experience a much sharper picture, and combined with a stunning artistic direction, bold character designs, and vibrant worlds, you get a game that looks and plays like a dream. My personal favourite stage is Volskaya Industries, mainly because I do amazing on it, but also because this wintry map looks better than ever. The mechs in the distance look more distinguished and the views are stunning. Now, there's no HDR support for Overwatch, but that's fine because, to be honest, this is a game that's going for a clean, easy to read presentation, and that's its thing. You don't want the visuals to be too cluttered and overbearing. Another map that looks great after the patch is Eichenwald, a lovely sunny stage that I also like getting lots of kills on. But this is not my personal highlights reel, this is a video to show off the beauty of Overwatch in 4K. From the glossy character models to the pin-sharp environments, it's an utterly gorgeous game, and yet another notch on Xbox One X's 4K belt.
Another new game arriving with 4K delights is the story-driven detective adventure, The Vanishing of Ethan Carter. This Unreal Engine 4-powered title made waves when it first launched on PC in 2014 for using a revolutionary photogrammetry technology that raises the bar on environmental design, allowing for almost photoreal looks, as you can see here. That is some damn fine moss. What's unusual about Ethan Carter on Xbox One X is the range of options available to you. Not only can you choose to play the game in 1080p, 1440p, or 4K, but you can lock the frame rate if you wish and tweak the field of view. It's not quite the range of option sliders available on PC, but it's rare for a console game to let you tailor the experience for your viewing pleasure. The range of visual options makes sense once you lay eyes on the world of Red Creek Valley. Its dense woods, dark caves, and misty moors are extra atmospheric and mysterious, which makes sense because you play as a private eye in this game, so you're all about solving mysteries. You wander around piecing together crimes from fragments of memory and occasionally finding something a bit wilder in the woods. I actually find it quite hard to focus on trails of bloody clues when the rocks and shrubberies are trying to distract me with their visual splendor. Handily, the Xbox One version has a free roaming mode for those who'd rather go sightseeing in 4K. Ethan will have to wait. I've got some high-resolution grass to stare at.
Time now for some of the sharpest looking adventure action on the Xbox One X, and I mean that in more ways than one. Not only do the various blades you use to carve through the undead look keener than ever, but the overall clarity ramped up considerably thanks to the recent 4K update. I think that top-down hack and slashers, games like Diablo 3 really benefit from the resolution boost. As you can see all the tiny details come to life, it's like looking at a set of really delicate board game miniatures. Very pleasing. The game's fun too. In a city of strange cults and weird science, you must fend off wave after wave of monsters as the Monster Hunter. Well, it's in his job description after all. The world may seem grim, but that's what makes your powerful spells and mastery of the supernatural show up extra clear. Build contraptions, fend foes off with bullets, or bash everyone up in vivid, violent detail. It's way better than the Van Helsing TV show, and almost as good as the 2004 Van Helsing movie starring Hugh Jackman. Van Helsing was one of January's games with gold, so if you've got it downloaded but yet to give it a try, its 4K update gives you the perfect time to try it. The final chapter in the Gothic adventure trilogy is the darkest yet, and the feral hordes populating it are packed with graphical fidelity and blood. Lots and lots of blood.
So there we have it, the latest games to get the Xbox One X enhanced treatment. Do make sure to let us know which ones you're most looking forward to playing down in the comments below. Also, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button so you never miss out on another video.
And make sure to hit that like button if you enjoyed this video. We'll see you next time.
Bye.